Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Happy St. Patrick's Day or St. Patty's Day. Make sure you spell it correctly. We're in green today. I got dressed up thanks to Tracy Smith and my wife, of course. I am with my friends, the amazing Wendy, Stewart, and Brian Griffin are here on the Ted Show today.
Hey.
Yes, we are out and about.
We are alive.
We are more than alive. It's been a crazy morning. I know you guys got a whole bunch of insane news, so just pay attention to it. Let's not panic. We're going to talk about friendship today, real estate, what's going on in the world, how to build your business, how to love one another, what we're going to do during this crazy quarantine. So welcome to the show, guys. Super excited to have you on the show.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you invited us and got us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
What's funny is I kept wondering, I kept messaging both
Yes.
Brian and Wendy, are you sure you want to come? Because they're coming from Volusia and St. Cloud, right? They both need their passport stamp to get here. And so I wasn't sure if they were going to want to get
Narnia.
out during our, it is Narnia.
We barely made it past the border with that border control today.
Barely made it.
Barely.
But we're here because we all love each other and we all have these crazy personalities and you
So
can't really
crazy.
quarantine those.
And there's less than 10 people in this room.
That is correct. There's only 5 of us. Darius and Steve are behind the scenes.
We are
And,
following,
are.
following the rules.
We're
right?
Corona
We are
compliant.
Corona. That's a new hashtag, Corona compliant. But I've known Wendy's been a guest on the show several times. She's a great friend of mine, love her to death, close friend.
Love you.
And then Brian, I
Love
met
that.
at this awesome event that Jessica Sherrill did.
Awesome event.
And you just
That was
can't not
so
be in a
fun.
room with Brian and not be thrilled by his energy and excitement. And he's
is
such a great guy.
one of
So much energy.
One of a kind. I think
One of a kind is a great way to
yes,
say it.
the minute I got off that panel, so we did that panel together.
Oh yeah, it was
And
fabulous.
I think like the panelists learned so much from each other that
So
day.
much.
And the minute I got off, Ted was there, and I was like, he's gotta be on your show.
Well, I lost my phone that
Oh
day,
my
remember?
Yes.
And Brian found it maybe, or somebody found it. Like, I've
Brian.
never lost my phone before. Just don't have that many White Claws again before 4 o'clock. All right,
Don't
so,
have them
so
before
tell us
sitting on the
about you
panel.
guys. We want to know just a little bit before we deep dive. We've got a lot of people commenting. We want some brevity in our world, which is why
Yes.
this is the perfect show.
Come
because
sip tea.
Come
Tea
sip
time.
some tea
Yes.
with us. If you're not having tea, you need to look at the news and make sure you have enough tea at home. Just for the
Because
record.
you're on lockdown.
Yeah. Just Google that
Lockdown,
real
baby.
quick. All right, so Wendy, tell them a little bit about you. I mean, I already told them Wendy in the cloud, but talk about
I'll
you.
talk really quickly because this is all about Brian. He's
Stop it. We want to hear about you,
No,
Wendy.
he's going, please don't.
Please
don't.
don't.
Please don't.
Stop it. Hashtag the Griffin difference.
There
Wendy!
He got it.
So, my name is Wendy Stewart. I am the managing broker of the Property Pros, team leader of the Stewart team. I do a little, nothing like Ted's scale, but something.
Are you
very
insane? Your
small.
show is so popular.
It's called Wendy in the Cloud. We visit locally owned and operated businesses in St. Cloud. We're venturing out of the cloud once the quarantine ends. And
Where are you going to be? Wendy in the Orange? Wendy in the
I'm
Seven?
gonna go everywhere.
Where on
Nice.
earth is Wendy in
Yes.
the
Where's
clouds?
Wendy? Like, where's Waldo?
Yes,
We
where's
didn't say Matt
Wendy?
Lauer, because we know where Matt is. Terrible. But Wendy is so engaged in her community, and she's just a loving,
Such
wonderful
an
person. Has a
inspiration.
great story, which you guys have seen before. But now she is working it, appreciating it. She's all about gratitude. You have to
yes.
follow Wendy in the cloud and reach out to her
Follow.
because you will be inspired.
Inspired.
All right, so Brian Griffin.
Uh-oh.
Brian Griffin, tell us about you.
Hi, everyone. I am Brian Griffin with the Griffin Difference team at Next Home at the Beach, located in Daytona Beach. I'm so honored to be here, Ted. Thank you for having me.
Blessed to have
And
you.
Wendy, always a pleasure. Just
Always.
love you all. Thank you for having me. I am newer agent, just under 2 years. Super
That's
proud of
unbelievable. what you've
Super
done.
proud of my success and my team this year. I got to introduce Stephen Lewis Ralston to the team. I'm so excited. He's here as an audience member today, so I'm very excited for him. So yeah, so thanks for having me. I'm super stoked. We're out and about. I made it over the border,
You
guys.
made it over the border, and
Woo!
you're
And-
all dressed in green.
We
And
did.
then, of course, Brian brought some props. I probably should be slapped
With
by
a
a
pickle.
leprechaun. With a pickle.
Woo!
Oh boy.
So let's talk about what you guys are doing. Let's talk about what the elephant in the room a little bit, I think.
Okay.
So we all
Stop
have
it, I
under these
can't, I have to
crazy
leave.
quarantines and everything's people don't know what to do. What are you guys doing to prepare? And what's your thought? How are you feeling? Are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling panicked? Or are you just going with the flow and living your life as you normally would?
Well, I'm kind of just yesterday I went food shopping. That was fun.
You know how to food shop?
Did you
Yes.
find any food?
Yes.
Have you been to the
Well,
grocery
yeah,
store?
no,
but
we're not.
we did a show where we had to cook live. That was fun.
We did, and
We
we
don't-
shopped live.
we
Remember?
shopped
Oh my
live,
God, I
yes.
need to do that.
Yes.
Documentary of grocery shopping.
Yeah, so
Hate
I
it.
just yesterday did the grocery thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know this about me, Ted. I am a God-fearing woman, and I am always gonna listen to what my elected officials are telling me. I would never not, so I am doing that. But I am not living in fear. I am waking
Good for
up and with gratuitous spirit and just happy every day that I get to wake up and putting my best foot forward and still trying to be, motivational, inspiring. I'm keeping it lighthearted on Facebook. I put yesterday, like, the number one thing I'm doing differently is singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars when I'm washing my hands.
Oh, because it's the time, 20 seconds,
Yes,
right?
well, that's what a nurse friend told me to do. She said, no, you got to sing Twinkle, Twinkle.
I love that.
I was
I
singing
love
Happy
that.
Birthday.
That's
and
awesome.
Happy
Oh, love
Birthday
that.
apparently wasn't long enough, so I'm doing the whole Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star thing. But other than that, I'm just waiting this out. This too shall pass, people.
Amen.
We have been through,
Absolutely.
me personally, I've been through some.
Yeah, you've had some crazy stuff.
Yeah, so this is just another thing that's gonna go. It's another chapter in the Wendy Stewart book.
Absolutely.
And as for all of us, so.
I
Absolutely.
love it. All right, Brian, how about you? Are you doing anything different in your world, in your life? Are you just
Just staying positive, working every day. We're still writing deals, still showing houses. The market hasn't really fluctuated down or up for us. We pretty much stayed a steady stream. Just going out there, re-energizing our community. I love to be a big personality everywhere I go. So just keeping that.
No.
Stop it! Not me. Who? What? When? Where? Why? No. So just keeping it live, keeping it out there, keeping it active. Just staying positive, moving forward, and enjoying the family time. Got my kid home.
I think that's it. I think people don't know what to
What
do
are you
because
doing?
Yeah, what are you
Ted?
doing, Ted? What are you
I
doing?
haven't changed a single thing yet, so I probably need to think about it. We just had city limits. We've had some challenges here in Orlando that Mayor Dyer just announced. So I think we just have to keep abreast of what our elected officials are telling us, and then you have to live your life within those means. But it doesn't mean you curl up in a corner in a fetal position and stop listening. Like, I just don't understand how you stop living. But I have friends. If you watch Facebook Live or you look at anybody's shows or their posts, I mean, the sky is falling, and I think we need to really
Chicken
step
Little.
back. It's very chicken
Sky
little.
is
I'm not saying that you should
falling.
not. You have to be very careful about your social. Like, I think one of the reasons why everything happened today, all the St. Patrick's Day celebrations, of course we don't want 100 people in a room all infecting each other or in a bar. I get it, but you just have to common sense people.
Common sense.
And then listen, like, look at Facebook, but look at the CDC.
Yes.
Pay attention to that and not your neighbor up the street who's having a barbecue for 700 people. Like, you have to really be smart about what you're doing, but life doesn't have to stop. And business is not stopping in our industry. I'm telling you right now, we are slammed busy crazy because interest rates are low. Refis are crazy.
Huge.
And so we're still doing business. We're just trying to be careful about not spreading it. And so I think that's the thing. I got a lot of crap, honestly, from people who said, you're going to go live today.
Oh.
And I thought, why wouldn't I go live? Like, it's...
Yeah,
That's
what
the
was
way of the
there?
world. That's what
Hello?
we're
I'm
supposed to
not-
be doing right now.
I mean, if I get it from Wendy, then it came from the cloud.
And if I get it from either one of them, sorry, Volusia, we're breaking it
We're all
up.
messed up, and it's not to make light of it, but what we want you to do is not be so stressed out about it. I feel like you still should be able to have family gatherings. Social distancing, I feel like people are taking that to the nth degree. and they're not even going out to do anything. I mean, you have to have food. We're not going to shut down the grocery stores. There's just a lot of stuff that's out there that's negative, like everything is on social media. And I just want to encourage people to get out. That's why I wanted to have a fun show today. I mean, St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, fun.
I've never had
There's
my
an alcohol ban on St. Patrick's
There is an
Day.
alcohol ban.
So we're drinking tea.
And you know what the thing is? Thank you, Kim. I think the thing is, like, this morning when Tracy, who cuts my hair, she's like, I've got the green stuff for you. I'm like, why wouldn't I? I just want to go out and celebrate and have a good time.
We celebrate life.
There's plenty of time to
Live.
be negative.
Yes.
All right, so talk a little bit about, getting off that topic for a bit, how did you two meet?
Should we
I don't
tell
know
them
this
the
one.
truth?
Tell it.
Do we tell them?
I want you to.
It was love at first. Hello. Wendy and I got the privilege to sit on a fabulous panel in the Altamont area,
Yes.
teaching and informing all the newbies of the
Tell them who
industry.
was on the panel. We had Dan Pacheco.
Oh, so
Dan
that was the
Pacheco.
first time you two
Yes.
met?
Yes.
How
We
is that
clicked.
possible? I thought
Oh.
you two were
Because
besties
we
forever.
clicked. No, we clicked.
Yes.
Like me and you.
Kindred
Yes.
spirits,
Yes.
good
Yes.
souls. You just know good people when you
Just
see
know.
good
It was
people.
like that, yeah.
It was
Maria
instant.
Nunez was on that
Yes,
panel.
that
It
was great.
Jessica
Jessica and a whole bunch of people organized that. That was
Yes,
great.
we had
Celebration
celebration title,
title, yeah.
Blanchard
Yes.
Insurance,
and
guaranteed
Jessica.
rates, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
now she's with home team.
She is.
Jessica's with me now. God bless her. We're so
Hey,
happy to
Jess.
hear
Hey,
that.
Jess.
Jessica
She's
Sherrill,
killing it.
amazing.
You be killing them.
But here's the thing, that's the great part. Like you met there, but I did not know that till right this minute.
No, we connected.
Because when I walked in, you said there's somebody you have to meet,
Yeah.
Oh,
you did.
yes.
and it was you.
Yeah.
Normally that's not on a first date that you
I
do
know.
that.
No, no.
And we never kiss and tell, but it is St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
So what are the plans for the long run? Like, you guys are still going to go out and do open houses, or what are you going to do? Like,
Oh,
there's a whole bunch of stuff out there
absolutely.
about, because I think people want to know. Like, are you going to go out and do business? Are you going to have meetings? Are you going to do everything virtual? Freedom, for example, has encouraged us to stay home to work, but my work's a little bit different. But most of the stuff we can do from a
We
laptop.
can. We can.
But then people go stir crazy. So what are you going to
Yes.
do to not go stir crazy?
Especially our industry, because
Yeah.
our industry, we are relational. And
We
we
are.
need to, well, the good
We
ones,
need that
right?
interaction.
We
That's a
need
good
to,
She said it.
Seriously, I mean, we need,
I was thinking it.
I need, you know, this whole, like, it's so surreal to me, like, there's, social distancing is a thing now. As a warm-blooded Latina, that is very difficult. Like, not being able
I
to,
just forget you're Latina.
I
until you say
know,
it.
I look, you know.
Because Wendy Stewart, I mean,
Oh.
does she look Latina?
Right, but it's hard. Like, you know, when I approach people, I want to kiss them, and they're like giving me like the elbow now, and I'm like,
Or the pump,
are
or the
we-
pump.
Oh, I had the foot pump last week.
Oh,
already.
that's interesting. I'd break my neck.
I mean,
doing
foot.
that.
I wouldn't
What
want you to
are we
touch
doing?
my shoes.
No
Just
doubt.
keeping it
Please don't
real.
touch my shoes.
So-
I do have nice green shoes on today.
They are super nice.
But going back to your question,
Yes, please.
because we squirrel, we do that.
Always.
I'm doing whatever I guess my families / clients want. You know, the listings that we have. Do you want us to host an open house? I'm still open to that, or do you want us to go virtual? So
Right.
it's whatever the needs of our families are, whatever they want us to do. So ride in, I don't usually take people in my car anyway, but you know, do you want to ride in separate cars? Totally cool with that. Do you want to, whatever you want to do? Again, it's relational.
What about kids? What about your?
I don't like kids. No, I'm just kidding.
You have kids, Wendy.
I know.
But wait a
they're
second.
adults now.
They call us parentals
They do.
at one
What
point.
what are you doing different, Brian? Kids wise.
You've got kids.
Oh
You got
yes,
young.
my fabulous 10-year-old
10.
has half the community over the house every other day. So we're constantly bleach wiping our doorknobs and we're cleaning up the foyer. So yes, we're definitely keeping it real. I don't mind being the community house, so let him have his friends come and go. I know we're clean at home, so just
Right.
keeping it up, really.
I think that's it, right? I think we just have to take the precautions, in all honesty,
And
that
that's
we should
really-
already have been
Been doing, right.
Thank
Like
you.
washing your hands when you
Right.
leave the restroom. I mean, little things like that. But I think people are so caught up in the frenzy that they don't know what to do.
And you almost forget who your friends are. Like, girlfriend, I know your house was clean. You don't have to hate and keep me distant now. You know my house is good.
Right.
That's the funny thing to me. It's like people that you're with every day. you're starting to tend to see like keeping their distance because of what's going on, and yes, respectfully so, but it's like, girlfriend, we've been through worse. Come on over.
And so I think one of the questions that came in before, once we posted the show, was where do you guys see the market going now? Because people are they're wondering, they're like, what's happening? Are there interest rates going to double? Is the inventory going to be off the market? How are we going to continue in really the upswing that we've been in? It's been a really wonderful, powerful, positive market. So where do you guys see it going?
Well, I think the economy was so strong. Thank God that we're going to be able to overcome this because it was so strong, right? I think we're gonna, as long as it's not too far out, we have a few months there where it was strong enough where we can have sustainability. So I think that'll be okay. I think, and I woke up with this thought, I don't know how you guys feel about this thought, but to me, I woke up with this thought today, like, I feel like this is going to weed out some,
I love it, yes.
right?
I love that. A
like,
filter of
like,
100%.
again, I'm a God-fearing woman, so I'm thinking like, okay, this is the nice way that he could just pick them out. Like, maybe those that are strong enough will still be standing, right? And those that just maybe aren't.
It will show us more of a stronger buyer rather than those that are just looking.
Well, I think, and I'm talking about agents.
True.
No, you're right. I think it's going to.
I'll drive that bus, Wendy. Don't you worry, girl.
Much like 2008 did. It weeded out everyone.
Yes.
Because right now, I feel in our beautiful state of Florida, when you move here,
gorgeous.
you go get your driver's license.
And a Disney pass.
And the next day, what are you getting? Your real estate license, right?
Or your mortgage license.
You feel that way. I agree with you, Wendy. You said it beautifully. I feel like everybody's running.
I know, but I'm just feeling that way, and this has nothing. I mean, this is just me speaking freely on the TED Show, right? But I mean, I feel like this is just gonna really, the strong will still.
I feel positive. I know
I
that's
do
crazy,
too.
right?
I
Are you
do
ready?
too.
Yes.
So my thought process, I had a meeting this morning about some of the things that we're doing in business from Ted's Community, which is my other profit thing that I have going on.
Check it
What
out.
we're doing, though, is everything is changing. So now companies are going to realize we can do a lot of stuff remote. We don't have to have the big overhead. I think people are going to realize that there are a lot of things that they can do that they couldn't do before, and it's making people focus differently and come up with creative ideas on how to still be productive. And I think it's going to change and shift, and I feel very good about that shift.
I
Agreed.
Very
Very positive. Very agreed.
I just think that we're going through a crazy time right now. But if you're at home, I mean, if you want to catch up on 90 Day Fiance or whatever your whatever it is that you want,
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind
honey.
is crazy, right?
That thing
So
is
all these
awesome.
shows that you want to catch up on, I get
Stop
it. But at
it.
some point, most of us have a limit, and then we want to get back to our creativity, what we want to do, our business. We also want to make sure that we don't lose our jobs.
Right.
We want to make sure that we can still be contributing to society, and I think this is going to create this whole world of, well, during the coronavirus insanity, we had to do this, and this. Why can't we continue to do that and be more productive with less overhead and in a way that makes sense for us as a community, rather than this structured, got to go to the 9 to 5, got to do everything in the whole block office. I think there's going to be a lot of change. That's my feeling. What do you guys think?
I agree, and I would utilize, and I'm utilizing even this distancing in the downtime, even to help with my marketing in my business, really
CRM.
fine tuning my CRM, because Lord knows we're
Mine
not
is
keeping
so
up
bad.
on that every day.
Right? No, we aren't.
I'm
We're
not.
too busy.
Two.
Well, I
Too
think like even
busy,
Facebook. So what I've done is I started with A. So I went through my friends, and so we have.
Are you deleting?
And here's what I'm doing. My thought process about this, and it was before. I'm gonna say it's before.
Sassy
it's
Ted.
BCV, before coronavirus. I was
You heard it
already
here first,
hashtag
CNN.
BCV. I was already making sure I had a real connection with people, and so I'm going through. And if they haven't responded to my last 7 messages, happy birthday, or I'm messaging them going, this is our opportunity. Do you want to have a relationship with me or don't you? And if you don't, see you later. So I think there are a lot of things that you can do that you didn't have time to do, which is what you were saying. Build up your CRM. I had Jackie.
Reconnect, like you're saying.
You have to reconnect. Right?
Get back out there. Catch up on those files you kind of let wayside a little bit.
And figure out your marketing. All that stuff that you said you were too busy for when you were really watching you. You want to make sure that you're using your time that we have right now in a positive, constructive way, I think.
On another note, I have my kids home. My kids are young adults. And they're home now, and I got to spend time with them this morning.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. Did they come and spoon and cuddle with you in the bed?
No, they were like, what are you doing home? Why are you
they're
making...
like, we have a Ranger, Mom.
Yeah, like, why are you making something in the crock pot? You have it plugged in. Did you turn it on? No,
we forgot you cooked, Mom.
Right, so they were...
I didn't know you owned a crock pot.
I brought it out.
Very sweet.
It had cobwebs, but... It was cool to see them this morning.
Yeah,
it was so cool to see them this morning.
So
and they were like,
awesome.
are you coming back home when you're done? I was like, yes, I am. And
Yes,
they were
yes.
like, are we going to be homeless soon?
Who are you?
I also think it's super important for us to address the fact that we are cognizant of all of the negative impact that this is having on small business, restaurants, small businesses. So we have to figure out a way society-wise where we can still support them without breaking the, I'm calling it martial law, but the law. We want to figure out how to do it without putting ourselves at risk and other people at risk, but we also don't want to see them go under. And you guys, if you aren't paying attention to some of the small businesses that are crying a lot on social media, you really need to. And so while you can still do things, while you can still support small business, please go out and support small business because they will fold. They don't have these emergency plans. They don't have the big corporation behind them. Our restaurants, they're all going to, which I think, again, this is creativity I was talking about, curbside service where they never had that before. So you can call a restaurant that you normally would have to do on Uber Eats or Go. You can call them and say, I want to pick up my lunch, and they're offering curbside service. So don't discount your restaurants, don't discount your small businesses. I think it's so important to support.
I mean, in St. Cloud, that's all I'm seeing, and Wendy in the Cloud is all about supporting small businesses. All of our small businesses are doing something, anything, everything to capture your business. So please, if you do get hungry and don't want to eat what's in your pantry, and the local pizza guy is open, call him. He's not gonna, they're going to deliver it, or you can pick it up. Like a lot of them are offering the curbside service as well. A lot of these mom and pop shops. So stay local if you can. I really, really do stress that. That was a great point, Ted.
Excellent, Ted. I agree with you.
It's just so important. I just see them suffering. So we're going to go out. Some of the things that we're going to do, as long as I'm allowed to, we're going to do some TED Try shows out in the community and work with the restaurants and small businesses. Do some film.
Can we come?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Darius doesn't know yet, but Darius will be there. We're going to have a good time with that because right now they're suffering so badly. In our industry, it's different. In a small business industry, really small business industry, they're dying right now. We don't want them to die because then that has its own crazy ripple effect on the economy, and it's just not a good place for any of us to be.
And it's some businesses you can't even think of. My sister-in-law is a photographer, and she does weddings. That's her specialty. And they're saying 10 people or more. So she is just devastated. I mean, so you got to think about people like that too. People, photographers, and these small businesses, and she has kids and a hubby and all that stuff. So
you're like your private daycares, even the
all of it,
preschoolers. Everybody takes effect. Everybody gets it.
Small coffee shop. All right, so we're going to share all of. See how fast it goes. We're going to share all of Brian and Wendy's contact information, how you can reach out to them professionally, personally. They're both open books. You can tell, right? Fact, both of you are amazing human beings, and I love what you do for your communities.
We love you too.
And it's just so awesome, your energy, and that's what we needed today, I feel like. So it was the perfect show. It always works out in his perfect timing. That's my thought process. We're big on gratitude on the show. Wendy's talked about this before. So if you can give a shout out, I think it's really important to appreciate the people in your life, the people who have helped you along the way. And right now, especially, we need to come together as a community. So if you can give a shout out to 1, 2, 10, you pick, it's your show, people who have helped you along the way, maybe somebody that you want to express gratitude to, so we can show people you gotta say it out loud.
Oh,
You can't just think it.
yes, you
So
have
we'll start with Brendy. Wow.
Brandy. Okay, you mixed our
Oh,
That's the
that
new
tea
hashtag
must be
from
really full of
Brandy.
chamomile.
We'll start with
that.
Brian and we'll end with Wendy. Woo! I've done some hashtags today.
I would like to show my gratitude to my family for always supporting me and helping me and my little one through all of our endeavors. And I couldn't be the realtor, the community leader, and the person I am today without you. So thank you to my family.
Love that.
Aw.
That's sweet. All right, how about you?
I'll go
Other
for
part of Brendy.
Brendy.
Hi,
I'm thankful.
Brendy.
I'm thankful to God for waking me up today. I'm thankful for the friends I'm sitting with. Thankful for my children and their sacrifice. Thankful for my mom. Just that's a whole nother show. My family, my
Mine too.
boyfriend, I'm thankful for my dogs. Like I can still cuddle them and kiss them and touch them. So and I'm thankful. I'm just thankful for all of it. Thankful for my brokerage, Anthony Billatieri. You're gonna have him on later this
He's
week.
coming on this week.
Hey.
He's never been on. So I'm just thankful.
I think
Period.
that's the way you want to be, right?
Me
so
too.
I think that if you
Count your
live
blessings
in a
and feel thankful
gratitude
always.
thought process, if that's where you're coming from all the time, then the rest of this insanity going around you doesn't impact you. So if you're always thankful for what you do have instead of focusing on what you don't and what the challenges are, that you're going to live a much better life. I can say that for myself, and I know Wendy and Brian would agree. You just have to come from that place. I love you both
Love
so
you.
Love
much.
you too.
They're amazing human beings.
Woo.
Brian Griffin, Wendy Stewart, otherwise known as #Brendy. We'll be bringing that back soon.